Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is the weekly mobile food pantry haul. I'm going to also include last week's at the end of this video because I just ran out of time. We had a trip to go on and I just couldn't get everything done. So you'll see what we got last week, and that'll kind of explain some of this week. Also, if you are new to my videos, please check the description box. You can see all of the information down below on how to get more local source information about similar things in your area. And again, I just refer to the description box. You want to know more about where to find and how to get this, please go down to the description box. As always, this works on I learned today, because I was always trying to figure out how the one elderly couple got two. It is per 18-year-old, per adult, you count as one household. So I had my sister with me. They just moved here, and so because she was 18, we had two households in our vehicle, mine and hers. And the elderly couple that used to live next door, they are two adults. So therefore, that's how they got the two. So it was all clear to me now. I didn't understand, but there we go. What the elderly couple do is they give me the stuff that they don't want, and there is another elderly couple in our town that does something similar. So they learn that we share with 5 other families, and so they give us, because sometimes there's just so much, and they give us what they don't want, and then I share it with the ladies in our church, and I share it with some of the community members. Also, I also got asked, why don't the ladies in our church just go and do it themselves? And the reason simply is one of them lives about an hour away, and it's really hard for her physically. The other 3 mamas have infants, and so sitting in line for an hour, hour and a half when you have an infant and a toddler and nursing and all of that, it's just a lot of work. And as you can see, sometimes you just get an abundance. So if I have enough to share, then I share, and they take it. If I don't have enough to share, then they can get in line if they want more. So that's kind of how I do it. And then the 5th mama just works, and so this is how I've done it. And then the ladies here in our town, again, we also have another infant situation here. This is my way to help them, and this is what I enjoy doing. And then again, I always talk to the workers there, and I said, is there enough? You know, if there's never enough, please just let me know and I can slip out of line. And they always say that there's plenty. So there's that. Okay, so one of the mamas was here in town. This is one of the mamas that lives an hour away, but she was here, and so she took several things. We watched another little infant for a bit this morning, and so that other mama took another thing. So we had, I think, 12. I've got so much going on here, so please forgive me. We had 12 1-quart milks that have a sell-by of 2 days from now. So that means they're even extended further. So we had 12 of those. The mama took one for her babies, and another mama took it for her kidlets. So all of the milk is gone. So that was 12. And I know that the elderly couple that also picks up food, I believe they kept 2. So I think we had 14 for 4 cars, which sounds a little off to me. So maybe there was only 9. 10, 11, 12, 13. Well, that still ends up odd. Anyway, whatever it is, they took some, I gave some away, and somebody else got the rest. Then we have 4 containers of this spring mix, which I am super happy about. I already know that a mama in our church wants one. I have a sister here, she'll take one, and then we have 2 for us, so that will be fantastic. The other mama, I'll get to these in a minute. The other mama took a cabbage, and so I have 3 left, so each car got 1. And we still have all the cabbage from last week, which you will see here shortly. So we just have a ton of cabbage right now. So please let me know if you guys have any suggestions, because we are overloaded with cabbage and only so many sauerkraut containers right now. Okay, then the other mama took 1 bag of green beans and 1 bag of bell peppers. Somebody else asked me, why don't you empty out all the bags? This is why. These are local farm produce, and they are loose, and They end up everywhere, and this is just easier to contain. So I have 1, 2, 3 bags of the bell peppers, if you guys would like proof that they are bell peppers. Alright, here you go. See? More bell peppers. And even more bell peppers. And these are green beans. This is a bell pepper. These are green beans, these are green beans, these are green beans, and these are green beans. See? Forgive me for not doing this. And I still have all of the green beans that I processed last week and need to get into the freezer. So, I will be busy here for a little while. I might try to can these. We'll see. I'm trying to think if there's, I think that's it. Again, we gave all the milk away. We have the cabbage. These are from our garden. This is a bag from something. These are all from our garden. This is from last night's dinner. So that's apple cider vinegar I'm making. These are from our garden. By the way, the fall zucchini is doing fantastic. Our summer zucchini did not do well. The fall is going crazy. So here is what we got today. I'm always thankful, and I hope to share with you. And after you see the next clip of what we got last week, I'm going to share with you what we're doing with these items here. I'm also looking for cabbage suggestions, but I have a recipe to share with you tonight. Okay, it is another week of what I received from the mobile food pantry haul. The elderly couple kept a cabbage. Each vehicle got one. I still have about 8 cabbages in the fridge. We were up to, I think, 12 last week, so I've been able to definitely use them, but I have not gotten to making sauerkraut yet. It's been a full week. Somebody else in one of my videos said, why don't you ever take things out of the bags? Because they are very loose, and in order to do that, I would have green beans everywhere. But I have 6 bags of green beans. Each vehicle received 2 bags, and that's what this is. These are from my garden. Those are from my neighbor's garden. These are from my garden, and I was cleaning out the pantry. So that's what all that is back there. Okay, then we ended up with some blackberries. I already gave one away to a local family here. I watched the baby, and it's one of the 2 families locally that I share with. So she took some blackberries, and the couple that also goes to the mobile food pantry, not only did they take a cabbage, I believe they also took a blackberry. I thought they also took a bag of green beans, but there's an even amount, which makes me think they changed their mind, or maybe they just took a couple handfuls. Anyway, I have 4 blackberries, and let's see, what do we have? I almost think that the elderly couple took 2. I gave 1 away, so there's 8, 10, and usually it would be an even number, so they must have just took 1, and I've already given 1 away, so that leaves 10 left for me out of the 12. Again, I am not complaining. Getting that one a lot. I'm not complaining. I'm trying to show facts. Alright, and then I have, let's see, tomatoes. I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They must have taken a tomato. I have 9 packages of tomatoes, which means that the elderly couple, I'm really happy about this. I love it when they are taking stuff that I know that they know they can use. So the tomatoes, the blackberries, and the cabbage. My kids helped them a lot on their property and helped keep up their home when they live next door to us. So I know that one of the biggest reasons they do this is to help our family. So I'm always just so happy when they also benefit from that. Okay, so that's what's in today's. I have kids practicing piano. That was another thing I'm hearing a lot lately. The noise in the background is always so much. Well, yes, I have 5 kids, I babysit, and we're homeschoolers, so we are around all day. That's it for this week's haul. Now, a lot of times I get asked, what do I do with all this food? So obviously we cannot get through these green beans before they go bad. These ones look pretty good, but the ones that I just pulled out, you can kind of tell that they need to be used up sooner rather than later. And even if I did one bag a night, I don't think I would have enough time before they would go bad. Again, I will offer these to the ladies in my church. I have a feeling one lady will take one, but a lot of times the other ones don't want the stuff that's on its way out, which I understand, and that's their prerogative. So if that is the case and I end up with a bunch of green beans, we tend to just blanch them all and put them in the freezer, and then I can use them throughout to this winter. Of course, as the winter comes, we're not going to have as much produce available in the mobile food pantry, and so I will be relying a lot on that. The tomatoes, I have some canned chili I want to do. So I found in last week's video, I shared with you the meat haul that I did, and I'm going to can some chili that we can have for this winter. So that'll be nice and refreshing. I need some tomatoes for that, so that'll be great. Blackberries. I still haven't made that blackberry cobbler. A couple weeks ago we got some blackberries, and I was really looking forward to a blackberry cobbler. We ended up just putting it all into the freezer, and the kids have been snacking on it as just a frozen snack. So I really want to make a blackberry cobbler. I know the mamas in my church will definitely take some of these. We'll see what we have left. And then cabbage, I will be offering both of these to the mamas in my church. Again, I still have so many. And then if they don't take them, I made a unstuffed cabbage dish that was really good, and my husband really liked it. So I will probably make another one of those. My family doesn't really go for coleslaw. I love coleslaw. I might just end up making me a batch and just enjoying it as lunches for a week because I really enjoy coleslaw. Alright, I hope that helps. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next week. I completely forgot to share with you what we did for lunch with the food we got from the food pantry. So sorry, I got to chatting with my sister and my daughter and spaced it. So I will explain to you what we did. I took a onion, some garlic, and kind of sauteed that a bit, and then added a whole head of cabbage. It was a smaller head. I had a whole smaller head of cabbage, chopped up, shredded pretty fine, to my cast iron, and added 3 kielbasa links to that. I think they're called, I'm not sure what they're called. I'll try to show you a picture right here, but I added 3 of those chopped up and basically cooked that and used the sausage to help flavor the cabbage, onion, and all of that. Once that was cooked, I set it aside, and then in the saucepan we brought three or four sweet potatoes, thinly sliced and quartered. We cooked all those up in some garlic and onion powder, paprika and cumin. So once that was soft, we then added some black beans, and that may have been it. There might have been one other thing in there, but I don't remember. And then once that was cooked, we then added the cabbage and sausage mixture back in with the sweet potatoes and the black beans and mixed all of that up together. Then we served that over rice, and it was really, really good. I actually have a little bit to show you. I had some made for my husband to take to work tomorrow, leftovers. And then we also took a zucchini from our garden and then cut it pretty like matchsticks and just sauteed those in some oil, salt, and pepper. So that was the meal that we made from the food truck, sweet potatoes, and the cabbage, and it was really good. The cabbage, sweet potatoes, and sausage, and I have clean hands, I promise, and rice. I don't want to really keep picking through my husband's food, but there you go. That's my husband's lunch for tomorrow. So that's what we're gonna have. That's what we did have for lunch. I thought I would share with you just a quick bonus. This is a small bowl of a bunch of sweet potatoes, like a bag full. One of those little bags that we got. One of the bags had it all up, about maybe 4 or 5 of, good sized sweet potatoes. Here's Here's one. So 4 or 5 of these. I diced them all up along with carrots, beets from our garden, and one radish. I found one radish in there. Diced them all up, put them back in that cast iron, cooked them slow. Tomorrow we will make some fried eggs and we will have potatoes and fried eggs for breakfast. So those are some ways that I'm using up food from the mobile food trucks. And I hope this helps you, and I will see you next week with another video.